think I started making them because I think it's just because I wanted to see if I could make a video essay or something that I'd been consuming for years. I just made it as a one-off. I didn't share it like anywhere. It got maybe 2 views because I'd made some like charity thing for like my granny's charity or something. So I already had a couple subscribers on my YouTube channel that probably saw the video and was like, "What the hell is this?" Because they were like 70-year-olds or something.
This is Alex Lennen. For the past 2 years, he's been one of the top YouTube creators to make content on comics, heroes, and a wall, and Apu from The Simpsons, a pineapple villain, and Mr. Bean. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. He's been one of my favorite creators on the platform for a while. I even shouted him out in an old video which I made, which none of you should ever watch. And today, I'm going to be interviewing him, answering some of the questions we've all had for him. Now, let's get started.
Are you like recording already, or like what?
Yeah, I've started recording.
Oh, awesome! Good job. I didn't say anything fucking wild.
Since your channel is based mostly on comic-related videos, when did you start really properly reading comics?
Oh god. I mean, it's a cliche answer, but probably like since I can remember. You know, obviously here in the UK, we don't have like really a lot of access to American comics, like in the sense that like you get single issues that come in every month. So that was always sort of like a, you know, like a rare thing that I was like obsessed with. I was like, what, like actual real American comics? So the only way you can get them is like reprints, like UK reprints, and like for Spider-Man it was like called The Astonishing Spider-Man or something, where they would just reprint like Spider-Man issues. They'd have like 2 new ones, or they'd be on a bit of a delay. It'd be maybe like a couple months behind on The Amazing Spider-Man in America, and then they would have like a classic tale. So I kind of got like that kind of informed like my taste in comics. Really was just these like reprints, getting like 1 classic story and then 2 modern stories. So I had like a subscription to that, and I discovered like Forbidden Planet,
Forbidden Planet,
in the center of town, and all of a sudden they've got these like shelves of just like American single issues. And it was like, holy shit, you know. So I started then collecting like The Amazing Spider-Man and what was it? I don't know the American equivalent, but we had like Marvel Legends also in the UK, that was like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and then Wolverine and Deadpool. I had occasionally.
Oh, I had Wolverine and Deadpool as well.
Yeah. Yeah, those were like really vital because, you know, like I said, you don't really get a lot of, if you don't know where Forbidden Planet is, you know, there's nothing in like, you know, normal shops like W. Smith or anything. I started collecting them, like the American ones. I'd go in every couple of weeks. I got like the reprints when I was maybe like, what, 6 or 7. I started collecting the American ones maybe, I don't know, 11 or 12.
I don't even know when I started reading comics, but I just remember I'd go to the library, find them, and just look at the pictures. I wouldn't read a single book.
Definitely, library was definitely another one. They just got like the weirdest shit, yeah. I didn't actually, Ultimate Spider-Man, I didn't get introduced to it. So I don't know when I started reading it. I think I might have just found it on like some site or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh no, I didn't say that officially. Yeah. First exposure when I was like maybe 2 or 3 was these like shitty like UK Spider-Man annuals.
Right, yeah.
You know the ones like, you know where it's like an original story, I think an original story for the annual, which is just a really dumbed down like classic Spider-Man tale where he's in high school and then, you know, he's got his stupid haircut and all that. And yeah, I think that was my first like impression. But looking back, those are just terrible.
Why did you first start making videos on your channel? And what prompted you to continue uploading even when like you were getting maybe like 20 views per video?
I think, I mean, I don't really have like a good answer in terms of like advice, because it literally was just like me getting lucky. I think I started making them because I think it's just because I wanted to see if I could. I uploaded a very terrible video defending the MCU's interpretation of Flash Thompson, which I've since unlisted or made private, I think, because, well, I do kind of agree with what I said in the video. I just said it in a really terrible way, obviously because I didn't know how to make videos and I didn't know how to structure arguments at all. It was just like a test, because I bought this like terrible microphone off Amazon that was about 20 quid. Yeah, it was like a tenor thing, I don't know. Yeah, it was just a challenge to just speak into a microphone. And, you know, looking back now, it's just, you know, I sound awful. I sound like a mix between like a frog and like a vampire from Elder Scrolls or something. Just speaking into a microphone and just sounding somewhat interested in what I was saying, that was like a huge challenge because I'd never done it before. So yeah, it was just like a test to see, you know, can I do this? Can I make a video essay or something that I've been consuming for years? I just made it as a one-off. I didn't share it like anywhere. I got maybe 2 views because I'd made some like charity thing for like my granny's charity or something. So I already had a couple subscribers on my YouTube channel that probably saw the video and was like, what the hell is this? Because they were like 70-year-olds or something. But yeah, so then I made my Ultimate Spider-Man video, which is the first video still publicly available on my channel. And I made that because I was trying to get into this like prestigious university film art thing. And they really wanted you to do lots of like like extracurricular activities and stuff. So I thought, oh, I've already made 1 video. You know, I might try and like build up a little catalog on this YouTube channel so they can, you know, when they look at it, they can be like, wow, he's really, you know, he's got his, I don't know, I could probably put it on my personal statement and be like, I make media analysis films, or, you know, try and hype it up or something. But yeah, I wanted to make it so I could like just put it on my CV or whatever for this university, which I ended up getting it. It was ironically, it was a complete waste of time because I ended up getting like this interview, when I got to the interview process for the university, and they just like shat all over me for like 40 minutes, and they didn't look at my YouTube channel. I asked them, I was like, oh, did you check out like some of my stuff that I put on the, like, my extra stuff? And they were like, nah. So I hate them because they shit all over me, and they were like, there's such pretentious like assholes. But if it hadn't been for that, then I would never have made like this video. And I think the third video I made, the J. Michael Straczynski one, I made because Owen likes comics. I'd been watching him for ages at that time, and I really wanted him to make a video on J. Michael Straczynski and his run on Amazing Spider-Man. But because I had no subscribers, I was just some random commenter, and he just never, obviously he's not going to read all the comments, so he never made the video. So it was kind of like I've kind of got the skills now, fine, I'll do it myself, again, to like absolutely no viewers, but it was just like a sort of, it was a satisfying thing for me, just to make it and just prove that I could. And then those, I think I made a video on like Eternals or something, but those,
I saw that one. Is that so long?
I think it's like unlisted. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's not even trash. It's just like nothing. It's just like Eternals was like alright, I guess. But again, that was just me like, just wanting to see if I could make a video. So yeah, I had those like 4 videos that were just sitting around for like a year. I mean, I'd be lying if I said like I didn't care at all about like exposure or like people watching them, because I did. I guess like any small struggling channels can relate. I copied the link and like pasted them everywhere on like Reddit or something, being like, hi guys, I'm a new channel, please watch this video, I've worked really hard on it, and it would get like, I don't know, -1 upvotes, and someone would be like, oh, stop spamming, or like, whatever. But there was one guy who found my channel through Reddit and commented, chill dude 123, who, he's my only OG. People say he's the only person who can say I've been there since the beginning, and I know he's not lying. But he was like pretty much my only viewer for about a year. So I just left these videos just up online. I've like forgot about that account, forgot my password and all that. And then No Way Home came out. Suddenly Spider-Man gets this like massive algorithm boost. And my Ultimate Spider-Man video goes from having about 10 views to like 100,000 within like a week or something. And I didn't notice. And then, that started to start leveling up like my other videos, so they all start to get a decent amount of views. All of a sudden I come onto my account and I'm like, holy shit, I have like 2,000 subscribers and, hundreds of thousands of views. And of course, it was kind of frustrating because I'd expected no one to see them. So my voice sounds horrible. My arguments aren't thought out. You know, I'm not giving like constructive criticism. You know, Ultimate Spider-Man has its faults, and I do appreciate that now. But obviously, I wasn't thinking about that when I was making the video. So people were like, "You're going way too easy on Ultimate Spider-Man, and you know, you're dick riding Ultimate Spider-Man." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I kind of was, but I expected no one to see it." So at that point, it was just kind of like, well, I kind of need to make videos now. You know, people are saying, "Oh, this is great, you should make more." I've got, you know, 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at this point. I'm like, I might as well. So it was, you know, I'm very, very grateful and very lucky that happened. And then I had to learn how to actually make kind of good videos in a very, like, public setting, which was, it's very useful in a way, because, you know, I get tons of comments being like, "This video sucks. Why are you this popular? All of a sudden, you know, you don't deserve it, blah blah." Which, you know, kind of disheartening, but at the same time, it allowed me to improve very quickly, because I was getting a ton of criticism, and you know, it wasn't just chilldude123 just being like, "This is great."
So when you started your channel, you made a few videos that were like based on films. Like obviously there were superhero films, but ever since those videos, pretty much all your videos have been on like comics or like your own creations. So do you think that you'll ever make videos talking about films or even like television ever again?
I'm not sure. I think one, because comics are like a way more of a niche on YouTube. I mean, you know, everyone reads comics, but like they're way more of a niche in terms of like how many people are making videos on YouTube. You know, for every 10 film reviewers, there's like one comic one. So I feel like I have kind of hit my niche in a sense. But also, if you're criticizing movies and TV, you're a lot more like prone to just people just being mean to you.
Nice,
and people just be like, yeah, and just people coming after you. As opposed to comics, where it is just like, you know, you'll just piss off like half of Spider-Man Twitter, but like relative to film Twitter, that's like totally manageable. Also, I guess because of copyright,
100%.
Content ID, you know, even if you're completely, you know, being fair use and cutting every 2 seconds or something, you can get a strike, or something. Whereas comics, I think it used to be like early on you had to remove the speech bubbles. You have to like wipe them out when using it.
Did that a lot.
Yeah. Now I think it's totally fine, or at least I hope it's fine. But yeah, like it's obviously completely way easier for copyright. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about getting detected or flagged. And I guess it benefits Marvel, I guess, if I'm saying like go check out these comics. So I don't know. It should be fine. If not, I'm gonna get mass flagged and my channel will get deleted one night. But
so we've spoken about this before, but yeah, you used to leave songs at the end of your videos. My favorite one being the "One Above All" song. That was definitely the best one in my opinion. But yeah, since they were erased, do you want to explain why they were gone now?
Yeah. I'll try. Oh yeah, obviously we talked about this in private. I'll try and condense it so I'm not like rambling on. Parodies come under fair use, or they're supposed to, but that comes with the understanding that you completely like recreate the song like instrumentation, and you have your own lyrics and stuff, and that's what like Weird Al and stuff does. You know, he completely like redoes the production, like, you know, whether he does it or he gets a producer to do it, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like 100% your own, and you need your lyrics. You can't use any of the same lyrics. You have to have your own. Has to be clear that it's your own lyrics, and you're using it to critique the original song or to critique something else, or like whatever. Obviously, I didn't know this, so you know, I kind of know it. So I was like, you know, I'm doing most of it myself. It's totally fine. But then I used like a couple like piano tracks that weren't mine. You know, because I was cutting corners, I was being lazy. You know, a couple songs I did actually have, like, I just used the lyrics of the original song, and because it wasn't detected by Content ID, you know, I just assumed this is totally fine, and no one can get me for this. And it was only when I watched a Tom Scott video where he goes over YouTube's copyright system, and obviously Tom Scott is like very careful, and he so it isn't like, you know, it wasn't 100% guaranteed that I would get a strike, but him saying like, "Oh, you can't do this. This is technically illegal," you know, scared the hell out of me. So I was thinking, you know, especially because my channel was growing so rapidly, and I thought I needed to future-proof my channel and make sure everything's okay. I was like, fuck, am I like broken the law here if I just like, you know, am I technically stealing? And obviously, you know, at the end of the day, who really cares? They're like stupid, you know, I made 1 or 2 stupid song parodies at the end of like a 20-minute video.
Yeah.
No one's really going to find out. It would have to be a manual claim that someone from the record label, or whatever, or someone whose cover of a piano I stole would like watch the video. Very, very unlikely. It was just causing me like anxiety, and just the possibility that it could happen. Yeah, it was terrifying. Because if I think around the time I'd made a Power Rangers video, some people think I like deleted that video because it didn't get like a lot of views. No, it just got like copyright striked because I'm an idiot and I used like 20 seconds of an uninterrupted clip with music, and it got striked. And that was kind of like my wake up call in like, you know, copyright is real. It's a real thing that you can get done for. And with the strike added to my channel, I thought, oh fuck, like I needed to get rid of these songs because the same thing could happen.
Yeah.
And because they were in, I think I'd done like maybe 3. I mean, I just did the first one like as a one-off, just like something stupid, like a quick shit post, and then I made another one because people wanted it and blah blah. But by this point I'd made like 3 or 4 because I thought like, oh, this is my gimmick now. There's, you know, I need to do this. And because they were in quite a lot of videos, I thought if all of these videos get striked, that would be more than 3 videos. That'd be more than 3 strikes. My channel would be gone. So I did. It was the whole thing was, you know, me removing some of them. It was just me being really cautious and anxious. I mean, someone uploaded them like somewhere, so you know, it's whatever. You can still probably access them. I left the Norman and Otto gay love song up. One, because it was like 20 minutes into a video, so it's very unlikely someone would find it that doesn't, you know, that isn't already invested and, you know, all that. But also because that channel got demonetized because I said the C word. Sorry, that video got demonetized. So you know, YouTube updated the rules. You can't say that anymore. So that, because it was already demonetized, you know, it's not making money. I doubt they'd care because I'm not making any money off their technical like property or whatever. But
yeah.
That was my long-winded version of an answer, just to say I got scared. I deleted them.
So I guess to any other people who want to start YouTube, beware of copyright and beware of fucking Saban and the Power Rangers team, because they will come for you.
I think it's the Japanese one. It's like
yeah, bro, they're on it.
Toy, yeah.
They are.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I've made like a couple other like short songs, since I made like a quick Darth Vader one or something,
Yeah.
And that any point beyond that, I have just completely, you know, 100%. It's my own production. It's my own lyrics, and yeah, it's stupid because it just started off as like a shit post.
Yeah.
And I hope to keep it a shit post, but then I was like, oh, you know, fuck, this is technically illegal. Interestingly enough, one of my favorite like music artists, Mavi, who was, you know, I guess you could say I discovered him when he was kind of underground.
Okay.
So I can keep him. But yeah, he's getting, you know, he's getting quite popular now. And randomly, I was just checking like throughout like the new comments on one of my video. I sorted by new, completely randomly, and I saw that he left a comment on my Darth Vader video being like, you know, oh, this free sells fire or something. And I was like, what the fuck? So that like, I messaged him afterwards, and he was like, yeah, I love your videos and blah blah. And I was like, I love your stuff. This is, you know, this doesn't feel real, blah blah. And we were kind of just like hyping each other up. Yeah, from that point, I was kind of like, you know, I thought I was done with the songs and the, you know, song parodies. I thought it'd kind of like run its, you know, course. It was just stupid gimmick or whatever. I didn't want to be known for that. But after, you know, seeing this guy I really respected being like, oh no, those were actually really cool, you should keep going with them, I'm like, well, you know, I've had enough time away from them, you know, I might as well throw in you know, 1 or 2 in the future.
Okay.
In the near future. So I don't know. I don't want to commit to this because it might not happen. I might like have to cut it for time. but I am planning on doing one at the end of my Batman video, my entire history of Batman one. And
Oh shit.
yeah, don't act like I didn't already tell you this. don't act like I didn't already tell you like a couple days ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never spoken to you before. This
yeah. You know, part of the humor came from the fact that it's just like fucking dog shit. I can, believe it or not, I do believe I'm somewhat musically gifted beyond shitty like music parodies. But yeah, and because a lot of people commented being like, oh, you should do more of these, you know, I'm gonna be really disappointed if the next video doesn't have a song parody and it's not longer than the last one and stuff. I was like, you know, I thought I had to do them. And then, you know, they got longer and more ambitious, and which led to the people who didn't care about them or, you know, actively didn't like them being like, you know, what the fuck is this? So it goes to the point where I was just like, you know, I thought like everyone hated them, so that's why I stopped doing them. But you know, I learned my lesson in that if I am going to do something extra that's not like the point of the video, like the analysis or whatever, like if I'm gonna have a little extra thing on the side at the end, it shouldn't like intrude the actual analysis stuff. It should be like quite short and sweet and just get to the point and just be like a cool thing like that's after the credits, or you know, you don't need to watch the whole video, you know, if so it doesn't like annoy the people that like don't care or just hate them, because I can understand why they'd be a bit like annoying. But yeah,
it's like the second post-credit scenes in the Marvel movies, you know, like the first one means something, second one just it can just be
no, that's probably that's a good like analogy, because like, yeah, if you don't care about my channel and you don't fucking care for the bullshit song parodies that I had, you know, once the video's over, it's over. You can go, and then if you want some fever dream like schizo post song parody, then go for it. You know, you can. There you go.
Yeah, so you're doing the Batman video, and yeah, I'm really excited for it because Batman's like one of my favorite characters. But I'm pretty sure that this Batman video is gonna be like one of the very few videos that have like DC like mentioned, except for, you know, the Superman and Mr. Bean videos. So
doesn't really count, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So my question is, are you a fan of DC, or like do they to you, do they compare at all to Marvel, or is it just like they're cool?
I mean, like a couple of months ago, I probably couldn't have like commented on this because I just didn't have enough DC knowledge. It was quite like alluring, like the DC universe, because I just didn't know lots about it. So just reading like about crisis events and like all the stuff that was going on like on there with the DC universe, so it was very just like interesting. But I never just got around to you know, because I hadn't grown up reading DC. I'd watched like a couple of the Batman movies, but like beyond that, I didn't like, you know, as a kid I didn't really care, and because it wasn't already like integrated into my life, I didn't like, there wasn't like a jumping on point, or I couldn't like, I was kind of not scared, but you know, I was just kind of like, oh, I don't know where to start. But for this Batman video, interesting enough, I've read so much Batman, and you know, due to that, I've been exposed to like, you know, other superheroes that are crossing over with him, and like in the Justice League and blah blah blah. I've read so much Batman that I just couldn't help but like become a massive fan of Batman, and therefore like a lot of other DC comics in general. That's not to say I didn't care about Batman, otherwise I wouldn't have like, you know, started the project. But just like, yeah, just through like sheer exposure to just a ton of comics, I've probably read, I don't know, like over 1,000 issues for this video, because I didn't want it to be like a wiki reading, you know. So, you know, you can tell when someone's reading off the wiki and they don't really know what they're talking about. They don't really pick up on a lot of like the nuances and all that. But yeah, I like love Batman now. Just kind of because I forced myself, and also because it's fucking stupid. When I started the video, it like, obviously like the Golden Age Silver Age stuff is just, you know, really silly, and you can't you can't not love it because it's just how stupid it is.
Yeah.
But in terms of just Batman stories in general, it was like I didn't like. There's something when I was reading them, like they didn't really click for me. And then there was a Batman event on Fortnite, and I just got into like playing Fortnite again after like 5 years because I was like, I don't know, I just wanted to see what it was like, what they were doing with it. No.
I need to get back to Fortnite. I've been playing it for a long time.
But yeah, they had this Batman event, and they had a Batman skin, and I was like, this is fucking cool as shit. I haven't spent any money on Fortnite, like barely, in like years. It was like £6 or something. So I got this Batman skin, and playing as Batman and feeling like I was Batman, and then going back to these comics, it all just suddenly clicked for me. And I was like, I get it now. I feel the character. You know, it sounds like I'm taking the piss, but that really like made everything work for me. And now I love Batman, and it made it easier to keep reading on and really get the character. It's crazy.
I'm definitely gonna like
pause. Okay guys, now that is the end of part 1 of the Alex Lennen interview. I know, right? You learned a lot of stuff you didn't know about him. Copyright? Since when did YouTube start doing that? But anyways, part 2 is coming soon. I'm working very hard to deliver it to you guys, and when it comes out, trust me, it's gonna bang. And the first question right off the bat is gonna be hilarious, I'm telling you, trust me. And also, yeah, I know, you guys were wondering, damn, what was that cold beat at this timestamp? And that's playing right now in this outro card. Well, that's by my boy Samuel. He makes hella beats, and right now he's working on putting them out for you guys if you want to buy some or use them in your music. And if this is the first time of you hearing Alex Lennen, go to his channel, watch his videos. There's something for everybody there. Even if you're not really a comics fan, hey, there's other stuff too, I promise. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching this video. See you in part 2.